Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
Benny the Butcher.
The Butcher.
The Butcher coming.
What's up, sir?
First of all, how
going
hurt
with
were
y'all
you?
fellas,
Well, how are you, first of all, my
I'm
brother?
good, man.
It's
I'm
his
feeling
first time
good,
here,
man.
too.
It's first time
yeah,
here,
man.
but we got to talk about important things
Let's
first.
start it the right way.
How hurt were you when the Bills lost a couple weeks ago?
I was fucked up. I wasn't taking calls
Word?
for like 2 days.
Because you was at the game, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I saw you on the sideline.
I wasn't taking calls for 2 days, man. That's painful.
Yeah.
That's painful. Like the season over, like I need that break. You know what I'm saying? Like before I be excited about football games and going and spending money and following the team, I need this break because it's like an emotional roller coaster.
How much money
But I
did
love
you
the
lose?
Bills, man.
I'm sure
I don't
you
bet on the
gambled
Bills.
a bit.
No, that's one thing I don't do because let's just say me, I'm so much of a fan. Let's just say if I bet $10 million and I win $10 million, that's still not what it's worth to me to win a bowl. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's priceless. Like, it ain't about the money, you know what I mean?
And why are you such a Bills fan? Clearly because of Buffalo, but also because like that was like the only representation from.
Hell yeah, that's the only
Down
representation,
then?
man. Ain't no major league teams, ain't nothing like that. Like those are heroes, those are stars, those the guys coming to the schools and shit when you go to school or you know what I mean, shit like that.
I was going to ask you, you being from Buffalo, do you feel like, I know I'm sure you do you feel like you're finally starting to get a little respect? Because at one time, New York City was looked at as Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, Yonkers, Mount Vernon, but that's probably Jersey even a little bit, but that's probably as far as it went.
Right. I feel we definitely getting some respect with the rap shit, you know what I'm saying? Me, Kanye West. I guess we had to bring something to the table to y'all niggas for y'all to respect it.
They still don't claim y'all like that.
They don't.
No, they don't.
When you talking about rap, they do though. When they
Not
talking about,
really.
When they talking about this type of rap, they do.
It depends on what the debate is.
It depends on who in the room too.
That's right. That's right. It depends what the debate is. If they trying to say, well, who's popping from New York right now? They be like, oh,
this what I'm gonna
this
say.
person, that person. Like, well, that ain't real rap. Then they be like, oh, Griselda.
This what I'm gonna say though. Right. This what I'm gonna say though. People don't know. Even though I'm from Buffalo, I talk with a Buffalo accent, not a New York City accent. But to everybody outside New York State, it's the same shit. They don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? We need to stick together. You know what I mean? That's what it's really about, man.
Now, for people that don't know, how did you get into the game? How did Benny the Butcher start rapping? And how did you get signed to Shade? And how did the whole thing take off? Because this is your first time here.
Right. Okay, boom. If y'all don't know me, I'm Benny the Butcher. I'm from Griselda Records. Westside Gun, he's the owner of Griselda Records. He's the visionary. He's the curator. And Conway is his brother. Those are my big cousins. You know what I'm saying? So when Wes got his situation, he came to get me naturally. But this is what we always been doing for years and years ago. We've been going to the studio in the 90s, clicking up, going to the studio together. You know what I mean? Just rapping. So when we continue to do it, but we got older, you know, dudes having families, going to prison, whatever was going on, life happening. You know what I'm saying? So in the middle of that, he get his situation. So when it take off, like he come back and get me like, yo, Buzz, I got this situation, come rock with me. And then it turned into this, you know what I'm saying? I just used my platform, the platform that he gave me. You know, them dudes letting me get on songs. They bringing me to the BET Cypher and just, you know what I'm saying, just taking me around everywhere they go, interviews and everything. And I made that shit jump, man.
And the situation was the Shady deal?
Yeah, the Shady deal, you know what I'm saying?
On the Tanner Talk 4, you talk about how you were advised not to do the Shady deal.
Yeah, I was because, man, shout out everybody at Shady Records, but it's just real shit. By the time, a lot of people, not even them, by the time they start offering me contracts, it was too late. You know what I'm saying? It was like, damn, why you ain't, I would have loved to sign with them I'm like 2-3 years before that, but it's like, it didn't make sense at that time.
Now, you didn't get nothing that first deal? They said the first time you did something with them, you got nothing.
With Shady? No, I wasn't signed to Shady.
Okay.
No, I did. You know what I'm saying? When I went to Griselda, I signed my Griselda contract for $0. That's my cousin. I'd do it again if I got to. It ain't about the money, you know what I'm saying?
Westside said the Shady deal, he couldn't buy a pair of earrings with the.
You can buy earrings with that.
Or something to that effect. He said on Tanner Talk 4.
He said say something like that. He said something like that.
Those are your record.
So it wasn't a life-changing situation?
Hell yeah. You see, listen, you know how this shit go. A lot of times, it don't be about the money. See, my Def Jam situation, it's not about the money. I got a lot of money out of this shit. I ain't get the check yet. Yeah, watching this shit. People calling me.
You ain't get the 1.5 yet?
Why you say that shit? Why you tell everybody?
Oh, I thought that was public. It was public.
Why you tell everybody that?
He trying to line you up now.
I
Go
thought
back
it was
to
public.
the hood. Damn, Benny.
No, it ain't public. But what I'm saying is that sometimes it don't be about the money. It be about the move that move set up. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was a lot what the Shady shit was about. You know what I'm saying? And niggas got in and cooked it. You know, Conway album, Shady obligation still hasn't dropped yet. It's about to drop. God don't make mistakes, but it still hasn't dropped yet. That was 5 years ago.
Wow.
So we took all of this time to, to work his situation, to do what he had to do. You know what I'm saying?
Now, what made you, after all this time, sign with a major label?
I was gonna say, and how did Snoop be involved with that?
All right, boom. This shit deep.
We got time.
This shit deep. I'm gonna talk about it. But I'm saying I want to come up here and talk about it. What made me sign to a major label is that I want to expand my reach. You know what I'm saying? I want to expand my reach. This is what I'm in this game for. I'm in this game for it's music, man. Music is actually made for people to feel good. You know what I'm saying? I want my music to go far as it can. You know what I'm saying? I don't got to be doing like TikTok shit, or I don't got to be going to go do songs with the newest trendy artists, but I want to expand my reach. You know what I mean? And what you had said?
How did Snoop get involved?
Oh. Man, there's some real shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they're going to get mad about me saying this shit, but I'm going to tell you a whole story. Like, right before X passed away, I was in Miami, me, X, and Nori, you know what I'm saying? Zoe Dollars, too. We was all kicking it and shit. And there was some Def Jam representatives down there, and they was like, yo, you unsigned? I'm like, yeah, I ain't got no deal. They was like, yo, we want to kick it with you, whatever. Long story short, a couple weeks passed, they set up a meeting up here. I came, I did the meeting. The meeting was cool, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm not knowing, my managers is already talking to people at Def Jam. So I guess I don't remember this dude's name. I wouldn't say his name up here anyway, but he ended up taking that meeting with me. The meeting went good and sent the contract. Contract low as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Low as fuck. So, you know what I mean? Like, the other guys over there, they didn't like that shit. They're like, man, we trying to work on something with this dude. You know what I'm saying? He sent his low-ass contract. He was out of there after that. You know what I mean? And then another situation came. We was working on it. They handed me another contract. It was still low. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hustler. I'm from the street, so I don't know about, like, when they send you that, you supposed to say, hey, no, send this to my lawyer, tell him, let's negotiate. Me, I just stop answering the phone.
You crumbled it up, threw it out, and gave him the middle finger.
Not that, it's just that I just kept doing what I was doing because I was talking to other labels at the same time, too, so it's not like it ended here, you know what I mean? But, you know, they called me in to go meet Snoop. Like, they brought Snoop in to be like, yo, we trying to get this dude. Like, send him to Snoop. And that was a good-ass idea. But Snoop a street dude, too, so he was like, he told me the same thing. Like, yo, we about to this and that, Def Jam this. I'm like, cool, man. The conversation went dope. Snoop called me about a week later, like, yo, nephew, they said they sent you some contracts already. You ain't signed them. I just went back to holler at him like, they just wasn't right. He was like, you know what? You got too many people talking for you. I'm going to get you on the three-way with the guy. Got on the three-way, told him what I wanted, what was my plans. They said no problem. I'm saying, just like that's how that shit happened.
Wow.
I know you say, expand your reach, but what can a major label really do for Benny the Butcher that Benny's not doing for himself?
All right, check this out. First and foremost, we gonna talk about the obvious. First and foremost, they're gonna give me that number. I'm saying, need that number. That's important. And I got artists, man. You know what I'm saying? Rick High, Heem, Christina Mack, Fuego Bass. I got other artists, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to, when I say my reach, Black Soprano family, Griselda, just the whole upstate culture, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make that bigger, and I'm in the driver's seat somewhat. So they could put me in a position where I could do things for those guys. And we talked about that, you know what I'm saying? And just, the bigger budgets, you know what I'm saying? Put me close to bigger acts, you know what I'm saying? And let that shit trickle down. And also, you know how these niggas is. These niggas ignore you. These rap niggas ignore you till they see you got a situation. You know what I'm saying? Till you see you got shit going on. Like, all type of shit. Y'all know how that is. Not y'all. Y'all been was going to get me up here. But, some people.
Tried a couple of times.
Yeah, some people won't fuck with me until you know how that shit go. Until you got your situation right. They don't give a fuck how dope you is, nigga. Who you plug. What you doing? Who you standing with? So, you know what I mean? Just to form that alliance, like with a major label is Def Jam. You know what I mean?
And they haven't cut the check yet?
I didn't get the money yet.
How does that work? You signed the contract already, right?
Yeah, I guess, end of the year and shit, Def Jam take forever with the money.
Yeah.
But it's the end of the year and shit like that. I'm going to get the money, though.
Do you have any plans for the money? Because it's not like you're already making money. You're on the road, you're touring, you're getting money.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy me a crib, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to come to this man, tell him, get some advice, you know what I'm saying? Buy me a house, because I'm the type of nigga, I don't spend money out of my pocket. If I'm buying jewelry, if I'm buying anything, I'm going to wait till I got a show or some shit. I'm not just going to go, spend that shit out of my pocket. I'm gonna line it up and go get it, you know what I mean? So this big lump sum of money, go snatch a crib, you know what I mean, for the family.
You said a couple of artists will front on you sometimes when you didn't have the big name behind you. After all that y'all put in, they still not call and not front and not do a verse and still front on you?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say everybody, but a lot of dudes will. A lot of dudes will, because you gotta make it worth their while too at the same time, you know what I mean? You can't be expecting dudes to always come reach to the bottom and fuck with you. That's why you gotta salute the dudes like Drake. You gotta salute the dudes like Cole. Cole don't gotta do that shit, man.
Yeah.
He don't gotta do that. He wanted to do it.
One of the first people I heard speak about y'all publicly was Pooh from Little Brother.
Yeah. Up here.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. Like ever since that moment,
Yeah.
he was sitting in this chair.
Yeah.
Oh, this
Yeah.
chair got motherfucking juice in it. You know what I mean?
Oh, so
Like,
when he shouted out Tanner talking, okay.
yes, sir. Since that moment, I realized like the trajectory. You know what I'm saying? When he said my name, like in this room, real shit.
Wow.
Shout out rapper Big Pooh. Appreciate you, brother. I owe you features, whatever you need, baby.
Let's talk about that record with Cole, man. Johnny P's Caddy.
Yeah.
How did that record come about? Did you send him the song with the verse or just the beat? What happened?
Man, I was in the studio. You know, Al played that for me. He played the beat for me. I'm hungry. I'm just in there rapping. I'm trying to create a vibe. I'm trying to talk about things that's on my mind. Tanner Talk is a very personal series. And I just wrote it and I put it out. Not put it out, but I'm just listening to the song about for a week or two. And I'm like, who would sound dope on this? And I'm like, yo, I need Cole on this. You know what I'm saying? I need Cole. Like I did. Like I go for the spitters. Like on Tanner Talk 3, I had Royce. On Plugs, I had Black Thought. On Burden of Proof, I have Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? I'm always going for the top spitters. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a fan. I wanna fuck with the best niggas in the game.
So how did you have a relationship with him, or did you just reach out to him, or?
We was talking through people, and then like he was on tour and I was on tour. We was in the same city, and I went to the show and we kicked it. He had the record by then, you know what I'm saying? So I just went to go check his vibe. I'm pretty sure he was checking mine, and it was all love, you know what I'm saying?
When a rapper says they're the best rapper alive on somebody else's record, how do you respond to that? Do you want to go change your verse or?
Man, fuck no. I'm not one of those dudes who's changing my verse. I'm not doing none of that. I done sent songs to niggas and some of niggas' favorite niggas and changed their verse. But I guess that's what they do. But man, that's how we feel. That's how we feel. And we've been, he said that on my record. So, people ask me about that. But we've been debating about that, man. Like, he was talking to somebody, man. If you ask me, he was talking to somebody.
Yeah,
So
I saw folks saying they felt like he might have been taking shots at you on his own record. I was like, nah, it really depends on if you think Benny's raps are real or not.
Right? No, that's a fact. Because you know what? That's a fact. Because when he said that, like the drug bars that y'all relying, like I got dead numbers. I did mine. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like I did what I did. So if it don't apply, let it fly. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is this. And if y'all say y'all got the best morning show.
Correct.
If y'all say that, the people who got morning shows, who's in the rankings with y'all, the niggas who got morning shows who nowhere near y'all, they know y'all not talking about him. So I say that to say, it's like if the guys who y'all compare him with, this is my opinion. I don't know who he was talking about. This I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this shit.
Right.
So the guys who everybody compare him with and put him in the rink with, like, to me, that's who he was talking to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we've been debating that all weekend. And I also said, Cole probably waited till he got on the record with somebody who really did it to talk about those who aren't.
No, that's a fact.
That's how I took it.
No, that's a fact, man. I just think he's asserting his dominance amongst the conversation. The 3, 4, 5-headed monster. They say who's his top 5 in the game right now. He's definitely one of them. So he's just like asserting his dominance, and that's what these dudes do, man. Like me, I know when I get on a feature, I'm talking extra crazy on it. Everybody is. You hear
the record with you and Drake?
No.
What?
You heard that?
I have.
Okay. But you hear the Baby Keem and K Dot record? K Dot going stupid.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like you take them opportunities to get crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean?
Why are you holding on to the Drake record? That's for the major release, or what you?
I'm not holding on to it. You know how this shit goes. It's like it's so much yellow tape to put these records out. I know it's all about timing and everything like that. And I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not holding on to it. If it was up to come on. If it was up to me, that shit be out.
Streaming rights and everything.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's me. I'm not tripping about the record. I'm just. Like I said, I'm an Eastside Buffalo nigga. Just the fact that a guy like that up there want to tap in with me and the respect of my peers is really what I'm in this shit. That's really a big trophy to me.
How did that collab happen? Because Drake talking filthy on that record.
Oh, man,
it's not a Drake record featuring Benny. It's a
Benny record
featuring Drake. Yeah.
No, right. Man, it's that like we have mutual respect for each other, and people don't know like Toronto and Buffalo, how this the tri-state area, when our radio station, like Toronto gets our radio station, the Buffalo radio station. So when he did the Quiet Storm, when he had that on his album, that guy, that voice, that was the voice of 93.7. That was our radio station when he did that a couple albums ago, whatever album that was. So it's like, I don't think he ever said it publicly, but it's some type of kinship towards Buffalo and Toronto.
Yeah, right there.
Like exactly, exactly. So we had that mutual respect. I know people in his camp listen to my shit. Everybody listen to Drake shit. So I seen he mentioned something about us in an interview he had. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the Rap Radar interview.
Yeah, hell yeah. I was gonna say, I don't know you're supposed to mention other niggas shit.
That's all love.
Other niggas shit, it's all love.
People,
You let niggas get money on your block?
Yeah, we don't mind that. We don't mind that. Now, 10 more commandments.
Hold on. So he mentioned y'all, and then y'all.
And then like, I know he was tapped in with Conway, and I think I tapped in with him. He was like, yeah, let's do something. And he sent me a song. He sent me a couple joints, actually. You know what I mean?
Oh, so y'all got a couple records together?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I only heard one.
Now I was going to ask you 10 more commandments. Talk about that song.
Man, 10 more crack commandments. It's a record that, you know, everybody know who wrote the record, Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Christopher Wallace. And I just wanted to talk about something. Like on this Tana Talk album, man, I'm talking about shit. You know what I'm saying? I like to talk about real things. I don't like to get up here, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to bring that energy to 2022, you know what I'm saying? So
talk about social media and the 10
yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, cause the commandments evolved. You know what I'm saying? Like everything else. The people evolved, the drugs evolved, so the game evolved. So the commandments should evolve. So no social media posting, just different things that Big didn't say. And I got on the phone with like real dope boys. You know what I'm saying? Like who active, like, yo, what's the rules? Like what's going on right now? And so I just wanted to make it real, you know what I'm saying?
You got Diddy on the ad lib.
Diddy's on the ad lib.
Yep,
but he's telling folks to do other things though.
Do
like
real estate.
You rapping the street shit and Diddy talking like, yeah, go do real estate. Like, what's your why?
Because that's the evolution of it.
Okay.
That's the evolution of it. You can see the last rule, the most important was get out the game.
Correct.
You feel what I'm saying? Is to get out the game. And a lot of dudes like niggas hustle till they run into that brick wall. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you used to watch the old movies, it was about the dude in the movie, he was always trying to get a certain number so he could lead a game. These niggas had that number 20 times over. Right. They're not leaving the game. So the rule is to get out the game. So when Diddy talking about legal hustling and, you know what I'm saying, and black culture and black that, like, you know what I'm saying? It falls in it. It's in context.
What got you out the game? What was it hitting that brick wall? Was it jail? Was it what got you out the game?
Definitely a brick wall. Cause like that, yo, this shit's crazy. Like people would never believe me. I'm so happy y'all asking me these questions. These niggas be up here saying about anything. This shit is real. Black Soprano family, I started that in Elmira. You know what I'm saying? I've been rapping, I've been doing shit, but I just wanted to change. You know what I'm saying? When I did my first bid when I was 18, and through my 20s I was going back and forth to prison. So I started off as the youngest dude, and by the time I did my last shit, I was 27. So it was like I watched myself like, damn, nigga, when you come back, you can be the 30-year-old nigga, then you can be the 40-year-old nigga. So it's like, you better chill the fuck out. So anyway, my hood is a drug dealing hood, you know what I'm saying? Not glorifying that, because I don't glorify that shit. I glorify where I came from and how far I came. So, you know, niggas do what they do. So it's just like, you know, that BSF, that shit is real. And it's like, Wes had a situation. This shit is crazy, man. Wes had a situation, and he was telling me, he been courting me like, yo, Buzz, come with me, come to Atlanta, let's do this, let's do that. Buzz, I'm fucking with you. But he didn't end up telling me till a couple months later down the line, like, yo, I'm about to get a deal with Interscope. In my head, I'm like, nigga, why the fuck you ain't been say that? I would have been stopped doing what I was doing. But I had an opportunity. Just like the dudes in the streets right now, they not gonna leave that shit alone unless they have a clear-cut opportunity.
That's right. You gotta give them an alternative.
I had an alternative. I'm like, I left everything alone. I put I dropped everything right in the middle where my whole team was eating. I dropped everything. I fell back. Niggas looked at me like I was crazy. Niggas was come like, take this. I'm like, no, I'm good. Pay my rent. Or let me get some money to get my daughter some school clothes. I'm saying I dropped every fucking thing. Like, so when niggas complain about this, I dropped everything. And these niggas wasn't getting money how we was. So for a person like me to say, I left that alone, not saying we was getting billions and trillions, but we was all right. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about what one person doing. Like, it was a team of us. So it's like, man, dropped everything. You know, these niggas throwing rocks at the penitentiary for pennies. Acting like they can't stop doing shit. Nigga, you can make that at McDonald's. And they out there taking penitentiary chances for that shit.
What did your team think when you said, you know what, everything's stopping? Because, you know, I mean, it's not just you. What you do affects the whole team. Your man's kids, your man's house, your man's apartment. So what did your team think? And did your team ride? Did everybody from your team ride?
Man, they didn't agree with it. By the time I fell back, it was like everybody was getting money. So it was like I wasn't controlling their financial situations. They was like, nigga, we about to keep getting money. You know what I mean? Like, it was rumors in the hood. Like, niggas was talking about me. You know how that shit go. Man, that nigga Benny, man, he broke, man. He just had the money. He fucked his money up. That nigga called me to borrow it. You know, it's regular shit that people do, but they believers now. You know what I'm saying? Of
course.
They know. I mean, they believers now, so.
One of my favorite lines, your early lines, when you said you like the only rapper to bid with E and sign a deal with Hov. Yeah. You know, you talking about the good brother Emory Jones. Break that down. You was locked up with Emory.
Yeah, I mean, E, we was in the same fed spot for a while. You know what I'm saying? And we wasn't familiar with each other in the spot. You know what I'm saying? But I knew of him. He knew of me. You know what I'm saying? And then just Wes, years later, Wes played him a song. You know, him and Wes was kicking it. He was like, and he showed him a picture. He's like, yo, I know that dude. And he called him and we kicked it and shit. But that's crazy, right? That'll never happen again. Only rapper to bid with E and do a deal with Hov. That'll never happen again.
No, I had to ask him. I was like, okay, first thing I was thinking was like, well, how old is Benny? Number one. Right? And then number two, I asked him, I'm like, yo, he really did a bid with you? And he was like, yeah, he was younger than me, though.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. I was in my I was like 21, 22. You know what I'm saying? He was older guy. Like, everybody knew, like, they was like, yo, that's Jay-Z, man. In the spot, that's Jay-Z, man. Like, I remember, like, I worked in the kitchen. I remember him coming through the kitchen. I'm hitting with the scoop of rice or some shit. I'm like, damn, I just gave that nigga some rice. Like, real shit.
So, hold on, y'all didn't talk at all back then?
No, I'm not one of them niggas. I ain't want to bother this nigga. Everybody probably auditioning for this nigga, all type of shit. I ain't want to bother him.
You didn't even give an extra scoop? You Hov, man, yeah?
He was gone too late. I was going to hit him with the scoop. He was already gone. I'm like, he good. You know what I mean?
But y'all bond now when y'all see each other got to be a little bit different. Right?
Yeah, it's like the wink, wink. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's like, you know, prison is that shit crazy, man. It's like I hate to compare it like to the army. I'm just saying it's like something that you go through where you become a band of brothers by going through it. Prison is that type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
And y'all signed to Roc Nation, right?
Yes, sir.
How's that been?
Man, that's dope, man. I love it over there. Those is the big homies. That's what it feel like. It feel like the OGs from the hustler homies from the hood just giving you game and just kicking it with you and keep you on point. And it don't even gotta be nothing necessarily that they telling you to do. Is that you know the standards that they stand on. So you want to make sure you hustling. You want to make sure you moving a certain way when you around guys like that.
Do you run all the music by Hov and Tata and Emory them now? Or?
I definitely send them some shit. Okay. I definitely send them some shit. Like, yo, what you think about this? Some new shit, yo.
Has Mr. Carter got on anything yet?
No, he hasn't. He haven't got on nothing, man. Hov not thinking about rapping. I'm gonna be honest with you. And when he do, it's like a eureka moment. He just thinking about it in that moment. Ain't like he been had his brain on it. But man, I'm dying to get. That's like one of my whole. I need me a whole verse, and I need that Rockefeller chain. You know what I'm saying? I'm auditioning for that Rockefeller chain. I need my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Have you asked him? Have you asked him for both?
Yo, let me tell you.
I don't know how that works.
You don't ask for that.
He right. You can't. You don't ask for that, right? But me, I'm an East Side dirty Buffalo nigga. I'm throwing hints. I'm throwing hints. I remember like a year or two ago, and I'm saying, and we was texting, and I'm saying something like I sent him a song, and I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to get that chain. Like that nigga talking codes. He like, yeah, you definitely making a good case for it. I'm like, like damn, I'm get it or not. I don't know what's going on.
Have you asked him for a feature?
Hell yeah.
What do you just put back exclamation marks, question marks?
To be honest with you, he told me it's like that's not the space that he in right now. He wanted to, because I flew out to LA one time when he had an idea for a song. It was like, yo, Hov wants you to come out here, got an idea for a song. But that never materialized. You know, he busy and shit, all type of shit. But
yeah, I heard you say on the record you was at his crib. You said what painting you said was on the wall?
Kerry James Marshall.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, nigga got all that shit in there. That nigga rich as a motherfucker, man.
Was that inspiring?
Hell yes. When I was over there, I had some Timberlands on. I'm trying not to walk hard on the floor and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Take the shoes off?
No, he didn't, man. That shit's crazy, man. That nigga, like, think about him. He's who he say he is. You got a lot of people is faking this game, but he who he say he is. You know what I'm saying? I can go off that, so he stand up.
I was gonna ask during the whole COVID thing, and you know, you have asthma. I'm sure you were worried and scared even more. Did you watch how you were going out with the whole COVID and everything, or not really?
Man, I didn't watch it, but I was scared as motherfucker though. I ain't gonna hold you. I was nervous and I was I was like, damn, I hope I don't get this shit. But at the same time, man, I'm coming up. I'm trying to. It's my career,
It's your
man.
time.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's my time. Burden of Proof dropped 2020. It's like, damn. I had a big deal on the table with RCA that didn't end up happening because of that. I feel like they fell back on me and they like clipped the number in half.
Well, when you was hospitalized.
No, before that, right before COVID, I had a deal on the table, and then we came off. We was going to finalize the deal. When I came off tour, we came off tour in March. They was like, yeah, you know, things kind of slow. What about this number? And it was a good number too, but it's like, that ain't what y'all said, so we good. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like artists can still be in the streets while maintaining a rap career?
Fuck no. Especially if you're a real street nigga. Fuck no. Maybe the dudes who trying to act like they street niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm a street nigga. If I'm in the streets, like it's like, you know what I mean? Like, niggas think I'm back. You know what I mean? Like, what we doing? You been over here every day. What we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't no place for guys like us. And real people back home who still doing what they doing, they understand that. Like, ain't nobody who love you, who got care and concern for you, gonna expect you to come to the hood just to, you know what I mean, just to show them that you care, or just to show them that you really like that. Like, come on, we grown ass men. You know, I'm out here trying to work. I'm trying to make it so you don't gotta be in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I know
you love Buffalo, but you did have to get up out of there for a little minute, though.
Man, hell yeah, I'm out of there right now. I got a condo there, but when I go back home, I'm not like going where I used to live at and shit. I'm chilling. Sometimes I don't even leave my building. You know what I mean? Like, Buffalo is like that. You know what I mean? My niggas are still in this shit. I'm guilty by association, so you got to be careful.
Do you think the hate is still to the point where they would cut their nose off to spite their face? Because, you know, like, y'all do so much for the city.
Man, I don't think so. I think, you know, people talk shit all the time. Like, man, what Benny done for the city? They do a little dumb shit like that all the time. But for the most part, man, them people back home, they love us, man. We love them too. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think, you know, man, I don't think none of that'll happen. Anything can happen anywhere, but I don't think, you know what I'm saying, back home. I'm not in dark alleys 4 a.m. anyway. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. I always said this. If anybody do something to me, they gonna deserve it. They gonna deserve whatever come with it. You know what I mean? It's like, even the shit in Houston, you know, them niggas did some renegade shit.
But what happened in Houston for people that don't know?
What happened in Houston, man, I went into Walmart, I forgot my mask, and I went back to get my mask, and like, it was some nigga was behind me, like, drop that. I looked back, it's like a short nigga behind me with a gun.
You by yourself?
Nah, I wasn't by myself. I was like with 2 of my homeboys. You know what I'm saying? One of them walked back with me to the car. The other one
still in Walmart.
He still went to Walmart. You know, this is the first time I'm talk about this shit publicly. That's what it's for. Come up here and talk to you about this shit. But my other man, he walked with me. They was on him before they was on me. So by the time he got on me, like, they already had my boy. So the nigga was like, drop that. I look back, there's a nigga with a gun. You know what I'm saying? Put it up. I kind of like hit the gun down, took off on him. I ran back to the whip. We in a Rolls Royce truck. You know them big shit. You got like 10 of them shits already, don't you?
I know what you're talking about.
Right. So we get to the shit, like, them shits, I mean, big as fuck. So I run down this way. By the time I get here, somebody else came with the slammer on me. I'm like, man, you know, they got me. You know what I'm saying? So that's when they like backed up, looked around, hit me in my leg.
So they shot you on purpose for running?
Hell yeah. No. I don't think they shot me for running, to be honest. I don't know. I can't speak for them, but I feel like when it was a small dude, and these was young dudes. So it's like, I kind of feel like before I got shot, I was 195. I lost a little weight. I feel like niggas really didn't want to get close to me until I was disabled. You know what I'm saying? Because
it might be a tussle.
Exactly. That's what I think it was. You know what I'm saying?
And they just wanted to rob y'all, basically.
Yeah, hell yeah.
How did you move differently after that?
Oh man, what do I do? Shit. I be with more niggas now. You know what I'm saying? Tighten up security, but this what the fuck I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be honest with you. You can't protect yourself from this shit. You can't protect yourself from this shit because a lot of times. And another thing about that situation, you know, a lot of niggas think that just some 2 niggas walked up on me like, yo, that wasn't it. Niggas came like the army. So even right now, how niggas be with security, that don't be enough. You know what I'm saying? For my situation, that wasn't enough. So it's like, man, it's about not putting yourself in them situations, and it's about having a deterrent. You know what I'm saying? It's really ain't about if one of my homies pulling out and hitting that something, it's already too late. We already made the wrong move.
Correct.
If he got to shoot at somebody, if he got to, we already fucked up. You know what I'm saying? We already in the wrong situation. You know what I'm saying?
See, I like that conversation though, only because like everybody want to be a tough guy, as opposed to like, nah, protect yourself. You worth something.
Hell yeah, you got to.
You know, remember back in the day, they'd be like, I don't need no security. Yeah, that's silly.
What type of dumb shit is that? They used to say that shit, no security.
All the time.
Like that, like you ain't got nothing to secure. You know what I'm saying? Or you ain't really nowhere. You in your backyard. You don't need security. But when you out here move, that's what, you know what I learned about that shit? People look at me like way bigger than what the fuck I look at myself. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, shit's crazy. So
I mean, you got to think about it. Is people are hungry. You got on hundreds of thousands worth of jewelry
exactly.
on. And to somebody else, it looks like millions of jewelry.
Exactly.
They're announcing $1.5 million deals.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
So, you know, when they see you, I was wondering, since Houston is a small town, everybody knows each other. Did it ever come back, the jewelry? Or did they ever reach back out?
Not reach back out with that, but you never seen it on the internet, no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing you ain't see. Of course, you know, niggas ain't hit me back. I'm tapped in. You know what I'm saying? I love Houston. And Houston love me back. I know a lot of real niggas from Houston. I know a lot of dope artists from Houston. I love Houston. So of course niggas hit my phone and you know, shit like that happened. But
all you gotta do is call Jay Prince. Jay Prince is the metal detective of Houston.
I don't want none of that shit after that type of shit.
You don't want no favors.
I mean, I don't want nothing, man.
What can we expect from this Def Jam debut that we haven't heard from Benny so far?
Man, you gonna hear me on with different artists you ain't hear me with. You gonna hear me talking about that my content. That's the thing. My content is gonna switch. I'm not in the streets every day. I'm not doing shit like that. So my content is gonna be different. And it's just a bigger sound, a fuller sound. And I'm not even talking about the music, the production, but I'm talking about with me, what I'm gonna bring to the table. Because, you know, a lot of people think that fucking Def Jam gave me $3 and told me, nigga, you owe 30 albums. But, you know, they trusted me to do what I've been doing. And so just more of that, but fuller, you know what I'm saying? Just shit like that, man.
Are you afraid, right? And the reason I say that is because you built such this foundation off a certain sound, a certain content. Now with the major label debut, you are going to hit a wider audience, but they may not get the Benny that so many of us have grown to really fuck with.
Right.
You know what I mean? Are you afraid to switch it up?
Man, nah, because honestly, the mainstream fans is easy. And I mean, you throw a female on a hook, you throw a nigga with auto-tune on there, like, they really easy. It's the underground fans that, like, them motherfuckers hard to please.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers hard to please. So the mainstream fans, you know what I'm saying, put on the chain, stand next to their favorite artist. Or, you know what I'm saying, like, real shit. You know what I mean? Real shit.
And how was working with DMX? We hear the story, Swizz told the story all the time, that he called and he was up there with you. So explain hooking up with DMX and him doing some verses with y'all.
Man, it's dope, man, working with X, man. Because he another dude who he is who he say he is. When you meet him, he who he is on them records, man. It's just he a hip hop guy, man. And when a person like him tell you he fuck with you, he really fuck with you. So he's just wild, energetic, and he's heavy opinionated. You know what I'm saying? He gonna speak his mind, and you know what I mean? You know, X was X. You know what I'm saying?
Talking about the Buffalo?
You know, X got baby mamas in Buffalo. One, I want to say plural. You know what I'm saying? I knew he had a baby mama in Buffalo before, so he did like jail time in Buffalo. Like X loved Buffalo. First time I ever seen him, one of the homies was with Jap. He used to come through. He used to run with the dude Jap from Buffalo. He was at the Hippodrome. It was a pool hall, and they called us like, yo, X up here, come up here, come up here. You know, I was rapping back then. We went up there to the pool hall and shit. And X was up there chilling in Buffalo, just at a pool hall. Like, who the fuck, like this? When he at this, you know what I'm saying, who the fuck was coming to Buffalo to play pool? But he was just that type of dude. But I remember, like, we end up getting the dude Jap number, calling and shit. Niggas never picked up. I spit the best verse I had on that nigga answering machine. Real shit, you know what I mean?
How'd you develop a relationship with Diddy? And how did you convince him to get on that record? Because I know he needed some convincing to get on a record called 10 More Crack Commandments.
Man, you know what? Surprisingly, he really didn't need that much convincing, man. I told, because like I said, I wanted to make the record authentic as I could make it. So I sent it to Primo. I was like, yo, Primo, what you think I should do to change it? I told Diddy, like, yo, I want to send you something. I need your input on it. So no matter whatever, if you tell me, nigga, that shit whack as a bitch, fix this. That's going to help me. Because I'm going to sit up here and I'm going to tell the story like, no, well, I fixed it. Diddy help me fix it. It's 10 More Crack Commandments. But I'm like, yo, I want to send you something. He's like, all right, we exchanged numbers and shit. And then he called me. I had already sent him the record. I'm thinking he calling me back to give me feedback on the record. He just called me back to kick it with me like, yo, I'm gonna fuck with you. I've been fucking with Conway. We gonna start working, draw some alliances. We gonna do this, we gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, yeah, I mean all that. I want you to tell me how you feel about this record. It's called 10 More Crack Commandments. He was like, let me call you right back. He played the record, I guess, and then he called me right back, and he was fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? So just like that, man. It's just these dudes. This is the thing about Griselda. This is what we do. We bring the feeling back to these niggas, man. Like, we make them feel how it was. Snoop told me that, Hov told me that, guys like Diddy told me that. They all feel like that, and it's okay. How you feel when you see your little homie who getting money, who doing something, you want to help him. Like, oh, that's what you doing? Like, man, you should come with me and my boys. We remind them of
themselves back then, right?
Exactly. So they like, man, like they doing anything they can to help us, and we represent their shit. This 90s type style hip hop, that's their shit that they made popular, and we just carrying on the torch of it. So a lot of them like, you know, let us lend a hand, let us connect with these young brothers.
Tell me, take me back to that time where Hit Boy said he saw you cry in the studio, because he talks about how he only saw two artists cry in the studio before. It was Nipsey when he did the second verse on Racks in the Middle, and when you did Thank God I Made It. What hit you about that?
Man, it's Thank God I Made It. I'm a East Side Buffalo nigga from Montana Avenue and Lanefield Projects. So I'm writing a song called Thank God I Made It. Like, that take a lot. Like, you gotta make that's a big statement. And everything I was going through, and that was 2 years from then. So I done 2 years from now. So I done been to new heights or whatever. But at that moment, that shit really hit me. Like, damn, nigga, like, you made it. I ain't like no Justin Bieber or nothing, but you gotta go back to the hood. Your kids is good, your family is straight, and that's overwhelming. You know what I'm saying? That was overwhelming. So hitting the weed and shit, I think Hit Boy trying to pass me the weed and shit. I'm shedding tears. I don't want this nigga Hit Boy to see me crying and shit. I ain't know he seen me till he mentioned it in the meeting. For real. I'm like, oh, that nigga did see me crying that day. Because I'm not no. I'm human, but I'm not like I don't get in my emotions like that. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't want him to see me that. Not that I felt weak. I just ain't want nobody to see me like that. But that shit just hit me like, nigga, you fucking made it. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, that's why you got to read the whole story. Because I remember first seeing that headline, and I was like, well, how was Nipsey and Benny crying together in the studio?
Right, he was just basically saying that, man, he seen two people cry, man, and Nip when he wrote that song, and I think Nip was experiencing the same feeling. Like, damn, look where I'm at, look where I came from. You know what I'm saying? That's a heavy feeling. That's overwhelming. Yeah,
and I think Nip was rapping about one of his partners that got killed too in that verse, if I'm not mistaken.
Shit's real, man.
Mistaken. Well, listen, man, you can't say you had interviews with Connects and not the Breakfast Club anymore.
That's right.
I can't say that no more. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put that in the rap. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. I'm gonna make it sound real jazzy, man.
All right.
When the debut dropping? You got a date yet?
Man, I'm gonna say this date anyway. I don't know. Should I say the date? November. I mean, no, I'm fine. I'm smoking that good shit. Motherfucking February. What's the next month? I'm high.
February
11th.
February 11th.
February 11th, man.
Oh, so the Def Jam debut coming?
This not.
Oh no, this Tana Talk 4.
This Tana Talk 4.
Tana Talk 4. Okay.
Then I'm gonna juice up. I'm gonna go kiss babies. Go to the All-Star game. You know what I'm saying? Do me some shit, and then I'm gonna I gotta juice up before I drop that shit. You know what I mean?
I got.
What other features on Tana Talk 4?
Man, we got the gang on there, of course. Man, I'm just waiting till everybody here so they can see. Okay, man. It's the spitters on there.
So far, we got Diddy, Cole,
Cole, Conway,
West Side, of course.
You know what I'm saying? And, a couple surprises.
All right, okay.
Well, there you have it. It's
Benny the Butcher.
You finally made it up here.
No, for real, man. Where Angela Yee at when I come up to this motherfucker, man?
I don't know. I don't think she likes you, bro.
That's fucked up, man.
I'm just kidding. That's something to do today. All right, it's Benny the Butcher. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.